Every day, my hope for the NBA 2K23 MyTEAM mode gets less and less. And every day, I realize that this is just not the game mode for me anymore. I realize that long term, I don't even see myself playing this game mode because of the directions that are taken by this company. A wise man once told me that it is significantly easier and significantly cheaper to retain a customer instead of finding a new one. And all 2K seem to care about is finding new customers. So as you guys can see from a post from Herb, and shout out to Herb, man. As far as like 2K journalist goes, this guy's the best. Again, it says here, NBA 2K is looking forward to finding more ways to connect MyTEAM with NBA culture. With NBA culture, okay, what's NBA culture? A rapper who's been charged with 2 gun violations the same week as Ja Morant has been banned, and he was cleared of something, cleared of attempted murder a few months ago. Okay, cleared for it, okay, but in the week of Ja Morant's thing, and everyone being like, okay, we need a change in NBA culture, 2K then just go and give us him. Okay, whatever about Lil Durk, he might bring a few new players into the game. But this is bad optics. It's been 3 years. They won't put Miles Turner or Myers Leonard back in the game. He's been blackballed from the game, and I'm maybe rightfully so. But yet, on the week of Ja Morant, a person who's been charged with not 1, but 2 felony gun charges, and only 6 months ago was let off the hook for attempted murder, is being brought into the game. We introduced a crossover series to continue growing cultural aspects of our game across music, fashion, entertainment, and more. How about you care about the sport of basketball first? How about you care about the sport of basketball first? How about you give Emmanuel Quickly a card? How about you give Jalen Williams a card for the first time since October? This is pathetic. This is pathetic. This is absolutely pathetic. How about you give the actual guys in the NBA that are the only reason that your game is relevant something? As Draymond Green once said, the NBA 2K will be nothing without the NBA players. And they don't seem to realize it. They don't seem to realize it. We've expanded this year to be a part of select season showcasing curated selections of musicians, athletes, artists, and celebrities that have a real connection to sport of basketball. What connection to the sport of basketball? That he was charged with the same thing that Ja might have been charged with if they found any evidence? That's the closest thing to relevance that Lil Durk has to the sport of basketball. Face you see regularly on the sidelines of NBA games, participating in basketball events, and even playing 2K on a regular basis. This year we've already had a number of football players, well-known artists like Lil Wayne, Jack Harlow, and J. Cole, who's also integrated into the NBA 2K23 through our soundtrack as an exclusive cover star. Look, I don't mind that. I don't mind the exclusive cover star thing, by the way. I actually don't mind that at all. I really don't. Like, that's okay. Like, that kind of makes sense. And again, J. Cole's a professional basketball player. If there's any players, I understand it. We look forward to finding more ways to connect MyTEAM and NBA culture. You know what the best way to link MyTEAM to NBA culture is? Give us NBA players when they have historic games. Emmanuel Quickly has not had a card that, other than a base set card. Emmanuel Quickly has not had a card other than a base set card this year. You know the best way to link the NBA culture with MyTEAM? Give us NBA players! Like, I'm really sick. I'm really sick right now. I shouldn't be expending this much energy in a video. I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't be. Like, I'm sick. I'm not even at home right now. I'm in my parents' house because I'm genuinely feeling awful. I shouldn't be expending this much energy. I should just be in bed. But I have to because this is bullshit. Thankfully, YouTube's guidelines mean I can swear once. This is a joke. This sentence right here. Their VP of Global Marketing Strategy. Well, you know what the best marketing can be? You want to know what the best marketing can be? Actually getting NBA players in an NBA game. I'm sorry. It's very clear that 2K have realized they have a monopoly. And they're like, oh, our players aren't going to go anywhere, so why should we care about our players? You do realize that if there's even a competent, and I don't even mean good, like Pro Evolution was always a competent game, FIFA was just better. If it turns out that there is a competent competitor, your game's done for. The more you focus, 2K, on acquiring new customers, assuming that the old customers are going to be there no matter what they like the game of basketball, the day the monopoly ends, you're done for. You are done for. And you might be saying, oh, NBA Live tried it through NBA Live 18 and 19. If you guys don't know, 2K19 was a very well received 2K game. 2K18 was bad, but look, every game was bad. But NBA Live 19 was terrible. 2K19 was really well received, and that was the game that killed NBA Live. If 2K19 sucked as bad as 18 did, and NBA Live 19 was better than 18, when in fact 19 was worse than 18, it was a step up, 2K wouldn't be in the greatest spot right now. It really wouldn't. All it is going to take is a competent development team. And do I care that much about Lil Durk being in the game? Not really. Not really. But when it is at the expense of NBA players, we've gotten 19 moments cards this year. On the 8th of March alone last year, on that one day, we saw, so we have 18 moments cards this year. On the 8th of March alone, that one day, we saw 21 moments cards. We saw 21. We had more moments cards on the 8th of March than we have had from October to the 8th of March. We have, I'm genuinely serious that over the last 2 seasons, I'm pretty confident we've had more crossover cards than moments cards. We've had 5 crossover cards. I want to see what moments cards we've had. Who's had a moments card? Kessler. I want to see, and I'm not counting these as all-star moments cards because I'm just not counting them. Because they did decide to give Buddy Hield one for coming second in a 3-point contest. That doesn't count. So, moments cards. Since the start of last season, we have had Dame, we have had Lillard, we've had Cam Thomas, we've had him, and him. So, we've 6. 6 moments cards to 5 crossover cards. 6 moments to 5 crossover cards. We have literally gotten, 5 out of 6 is 83%? Whatever way it is, we've basically gotten the same amount of crossover cards as moments cards. And of course, the week of the Ja Morant situation, where everyone's like, look, these NBA players need to, obviously, the NBA players need to stop wanting to be gangsters, that they, the jokes about Ja Morant trying to make his way from the NBA into the hood, we get, really? Of all the times to give us this card, you give us it this week. You just show how out of touch, not only you are showing how out of touch they are in general with their hardcore fan base, they show how out of touch they are with the general consensus around the NBA. Because, to be completely honest, the talk about what has happened with the likes of Ja Morant, what has happened in terms of NBA culture, going very much towards, with the Ja Morant, people are I'm hoping he's learning his lesson. Well, what lesson is there to be learned when the game that is promoting the league is basically saying, no, this is the culture. This is our culture, and we want to go more to the culture. What lesson is Ja Morant learning? None. And what lesson are these new players going to learn about the NBA culture? That NBA culture / gang culture is the same thing? Because that's what 2K want to promote. It's been a week where everyone's been on Ja Morant's case. But no, 2K have basically doubled down and said, no, this is NBA culture. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And I'm so glad I'm done in 6 months. I'm so glad this is my last year making my team content. Because my God, lads, I'm glad that I made every cent that I could have when this mode was doing well. Because this is pathetic.